Hello everyone. Welcome to another lecture on reasoning ability and problem solving. In today's lecture, we will discuss some exercises questions for non-verbal reasoning based on diagrams. So in the previous few lectures, we studied that there are 9 types of questions that can be formed from non-verbal reasoning. Basically, number 1 was series completion. Then matrix based question or matrix based question. These are also called logical grid based question. Okay. Then we had mirror and water images based question. Then we had embedded figure questions. Then paper folding and cutting. Then we had dice and cube type of questions. Then we had counting figures. Then we had odd one out. And lastly, we had Venn diagram based questions. So these were the 9 type of questions, correct? In today's lecture, we will discuss these 4 types, and in the next lecture, we will discuss these 5 types of questions. Okay, so let us start with type number 1, which is series completion. This is question number 1. So over here, we are given how many images? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We are given 5 images, and we have to find out the 6th one. Now, we have to look at each and every element to find out the next one. Over here, if I look at element T, so T has moved in this position and then it has disappeared. So maybe the image which is at this position comes in the next one at the middle position and then it disappears. Let us check if it is true for C as well. So C has come over here, and then it came to the middle and then it disappeared. So basically whatever is over here will come in the middle and disappear. So the middle image, which is S, will disappear next. So here S will not come. Clear? So if one image is disappearing, that means another image is being introduced. So if I look over here, we have T, C, X is disappeared, S and this side. So this has been introduced. Similarly, if I look over here, this is a new symbol that has been introduced. Similarly, over here, this has been introduced, this has been introduced. So here we'll introduce a new symbol. I can see a new symbol Y in the option. So here we have introduced Y. Clear? Correct? So this eliminates option number 1. Now I know that this symbol is coming to this position in the next one. So T came here, similarly equal to sign went here, S went here. So this, which is the rectangle, will come in this position. Clear? So rectangle will come in the middle. Now let us look at other figures, other elements. If I look over here, when a number is being introduced or element is being introduced, say this rectangle, it moved to this corner. That is, it moved 1, 2 and 3 positions. Then it moved to this corner, that is 1 and 2 positions. Correct? Then it again moved 3 position, 1, 2, 3 position, and it went here. So now probably it will, and from here it went to the middle. Okay? So if this came in middle, something will come over here. So let us check how the other elements are moving. So let us look at C. C was over here, then it moved 2 position, 1, 2 and came over here. Then it moved 3 position, 1, 2 and 3 and came over here. Then it moved to the middle. So everything is moving 2 positions, then 3 positions and then again 2 positions and coming to the middle. So let us check for S. S came into the middle, that means S has disappeared. Now, if I look at this symbol, okay, this was introduced over here. So it moved 1, 2, 3 position and went over here. So now it will move 1 and 2 position. So it will come over here. Similarly, if you look at the star, star was introduced here. So that means it will move 1, 2, 3 position and it will come over here. Correct? So whenever a number is being introduced, it is moving 3 positions. Correct? So star will come over here. Now The other symbol over here which has disappeared is S. S has disappeared. So we have to look for plus. Plus will move how many positions? Plus will move 3 positions. So 1, 2 and 3. So plus will come over here. So my answer will have plus, star, rectangle, Y and O. So over here this is eliminated, this is eliminated. So option number 2 will be the correct answer. This is also a series completion question. Select the figure which will complete this image. So when you look at this image, I can see if I complete it, this is a hexagon, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hexagon. Then there is a triangle like this. So something of this figure will complete my image. Correct? And this is given where? So this actually came before the line. So this will be like this. So this figure is given in option number 3. So option number 3 will complete my figure. Okay. Then question number 3. Question number 3 means this. This is again a series completion question. 3 figures are given to us and then we have to find the 4th figure. Over here, if I look at this circle, it is moving here, which is the clockwise direction, then here. So I'll have a rectangle and circle will be over here. This eliminated option 3 and option 4. Correct? This is what? This is elimination approach. Correct? So now if it is over here, let us look at hashtag. Hashtag over here moved to this, moved clockwise, then came back to this. So hashtag will be here. It is moving clockwise 1 position. So option number 1 will be the correct answer. Type 2 is matrix based question, also known as logical grid based questions. Okay. Now in logical grid based question, what is there? There are matrix. I've told you it is either a 3 into 3 matrix, a 4 into 4 matrix, or it is a 4 into 3 matrix. This is which one? This is a 4 into 3 matrix where we have 4 columns and 3 rows. Now matrix based question, I've told you, can be solved 2 ways. Either we solve them horizontally or we solve them vertically. 2 ways are possible. Correct? Now, when I look at this question, I can see that these numbers 48 and 45 are much bigger than these numbers. Comparatively, 7, 7 and 1, 9, 5, 0, this is much bigger. So whenever we see a huge jump in number, we assume that we are doing multiplication. Correct? So on assuming that we are multiplication, some operation is being done on these 3 numbers to obtain the 4th column. So let us see. Now, let me give them name A, B, C and D. So certain operations are being carried on A, B, C to get D. So I see that if I multiply A and B and I subtract C from it, I am getting D. This is the logic. Now let us check if this logic is true for all the rows. For row 1, 7 into 7 minus 1 will give me what? 49 minus 1, which will be equal to 48. So for row 1, this is correct. Similarly, let us see for row 3. Row 3, it will be 9 into 5 minus 0. So 9 into 5 is 45, minus 0 will give me 45. So this is correct for row 3 as well. Right? Let us check for row 2. For row 2, it will be 11 into 5 minus 1. So this will be 55 minus 1, which is equals to 54. So my answer will be option number 4, 54. Clear? So this is how you solve a question on matrix. Now, question number 2. Again, a question of 4 into 3 matrix. But this time we have 4 rows and 3 columns. Over here, I can clearly see these numbers are the bigger numbers. So probably some operation is being carried out on these numbers to obtain this number. Okay. So this is A, B, C, D. So we are solving it vertically. Last question we solved horizontally. Now, I can see that 5, or I can see that A plus B into 2 plus C is giving me D. This is the logic. Now, how? This is column 1, this is column 2 and this is column 3. So for column 1, if you see, 5 plus 9 into 2 plus 6 will give me 29. Correct? So 5 plus 18 plus 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 18 is 29. So 29. This is correct. For column 1, this holds true. Let us check for column 2. Column 2 will be 1 plus 9 into 2, or column 3. Let us check for column 3. So column 3 will be 3 plus 4 into 2 plus 7 will give me 18. So if you look at this, 3 plus 8 plus 7 will give me 18. 7 plus 3 is 10. 10 plus 8 is 18. So this is also true. Now let us see for column number 2. So column number 2, ideally 1 plus 9 into 2 plus, let us say this number is x, plus x should give me 22. So this will be 1 plus 18 plus x equals to 22. So x will be, this is 19 plus x is equals to 22. X will be 22 minus 19, which is equals to 3. So our answer will be option number 2, 3. Okay. Question number 3. Again a 4 into 3 matrix where we have 4 rows and 3 columns. Here also I can see these numbers are big. So certain operations are being carried out like this. That is vertically, downwards. So let me give them name A, B, C and D. And this is column number 1, column number 2 and column number 3. So here I see that if I add 9, this is for column number 1. If I add 9 plus 6 plus 4 and I multiply it by 2, how much will I get? This will be 10. This will be 19 into 2. And 19 into 2 is 38. So this logic is correct for column number 1. What is the logic? We are basically doing A plus B plus C and we are multiplying it by 2 to get D. This is the logic. Okay. Now let us check if it is true for column number 2 as well. For column number 2, it will be 3 plus 2 plus 5 into 2. So this will be 7 plus 3, 10. 10 into 2 will give me 20. So this is correct for column number 2 as well. Now let us check for column number 3. So for column number 3, it will be 7 plus 8 plus 3 into 2. So 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18. 18 into 2 is how much? 36. So 36 will be my answer, which is given in option number 2. So option number 2 will be your correct answer to this question. Okay. Now, so this was matrix question. Now we come mirror and water image. So in mirror and water image, what do we look at? We look at the inverse image. So in mirror and water images, I told you 2 things to look out for. One was the placement of the mirror and second was the inversement of the image. So placement of the mirror is over here. So we have to draw a inverse image. So if I draw a inverse image, T will come like this. Correct? Similarly, how will Y come? Y will come like this. This is how Y will look. 6 will look like this. No. 6 will look like this. This will be the inverse image. So 6 will look like this. This eliminates option number 3. Okay. Then L, how will L look? L will look like this. So this eliminates option number 1. Sorry. Option number 3. 4, how will 4 look? 4 will look like this. This is how 4 will look. How will 5 look? 5 will look like this. Correct? So this eliminates option number 4. Here 5 is different. And how will 2 look? 2 will look like this. So this eliminates option number 1. So this was 4, then 5 we had something like this, and 2 we had something like this, or you can say like this. So our correct answer will be option number 2. So this is how you solve question for mirror and water images. Now again, this is how the mirror is placed. Over here, we will get the same square. Now, here I'll get something and this part will be shaded. Similarly, here also I'll get something and this part will be shaded. Now, this on mirror image will come over here and it will look something like this. So this is given in option number 2 and 3, which eliminates option number 1 and 4. What we are doing, we are following the elimination approach. So I've told you that elimination approach makes our work easier because it already eliminated half the option. So our half the work is done. And this will look how? In the mirror image. This will look something like this or something like this. I'm sorry, I'm not very good at drawing pictures, but you get the idea. So this is given in option number 2. So option number 2 will be the correct answer. Okay. Now, question number 3, again a mirror and water image question. So in this question, again the rectangle will remain in the same place. Correct? The rectangle will remain in the same place. And the diamond will come in the same place and the circle will come exactly in the same place. So this will not change. So what will change is the elements. So if I look at K will be like this. Correct? So this eliminates option number 2 and this eliminates option number 4. If you look at this position, K has to be like this. Similarly, this is inverse K. So over here, K will look like this. This eliminates option number 1. Okay? P is like this. So P will come like this. Correct? And if you look at over here, this is D. So D will become B like this. So this is given in option number 3. So option number 3 will be our correct answer to this question. Okay? Here is the solution. Option number 3. So this is water, mirror and water images. Then we have embedded figures. Embedded figures what? Embedded figures means that certain figures are given and we have to see this figure is a part of which of the following figures. So basically what we are trying to do is we are trying to deduce this figure which is a part of which figure. Rotation is not allowed. Rotation means basically the figure that is over here. If for example we have A and we have certain thing like this. We have A, B, C, D. This is the figure. If I have to find where A is embedded, I can say that A is embedded over here. But in that case, I have to rotate my A by 90 degree. Correct? If I rotate my A by 90 degree, it will look like this. And then I can say this is embedded. So rotation is not allowed means we cannot rotate this figure to fit in the image. This figure has to be in this direction only. Okay, we cannot change the direction of the figure. This is what you mean by rotation not allowed. So in certain questions in your exams, you will get things like that rotation is not allowed. In certain questions, rotation will be allowed. So whatever your exam question states. Okay. So the figure is something like this. It goes like this, 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 and this. So let me try in this over here. I get this much. But the figure is not complete. So option number 2 is eliminated. Over here, I get this much. But then again, I cannot complete the figure. So option number 4 is also eliminated. Then if I look over here I can see that this, but this is facing downwards. This is not facing upward. So option number 1 is also eliminated. So let us look at option number 3. In option number 3, okay, I can see this, and this. So in option number 3, I can see this figure being embedded. Therefore, option number 3 will be the correct answer to this question. Okay. Second question. Second question, this figure is given to us and we have to identify in which of the following figures this particular figure is embedded. Rotation is again not allowed. So over here, I can clearly see I cannot find anything similar in option number 1. In option number 1, we do have a line going like this, but again, I do not see it coming back. So option number 1 is eliminated. Option number 2, okay, in option number 2, again, I can see it going like this, coming back like this, then this, then this. So in option number 2, I can see, but in option number 2, this line is straight, okay. But over here, we have a tilt in this line. This is slanting. This is slanting. But in option number 2, this is what? This is straight. Correct? So maybe this is not the answer. Now let us move on to option number 3. In option number 3, again, I can see a line going like this and coming back. But I cannot, again, over here, this line is also straight. But over here, this line is like this. So option number 3 also I cannot fit it in. But let us see option number 4. So in option number 4, I can see it going like this, coming in a slant way. It is going like this, coming in a slant way. Then it is going straight and then it is going like this. So in option number 4, I can see the image being embedded. So our answer will be option number 4. Okay. In option number 4, we can clearly see the embedded image. Now, so this is the solution, that is 4. Question 3. Select the option figure in which the given figure is embedded. So here I am seeing it is a E. So E can be here also. This is E. Similarly, if I see E is this also. This is also E. I can see E here also. And I can see, okay, E is not over here. So in this I cannot see E. I can eliminate option number 4. But in all these 3 images, I can get a E figure. Inverted E. Right? But one of the following has to be the correct answer. That means the others are wrong. So we have to identify how. Now, if I look at this image, this has a curve. This is basically a curved E, something like this. This is curved. So we have to find an image where we have a curved E. Over here we have a curve. But then these lines are not straight. Over here we have 3 straight lines and then a curve. Here I cannot find any image. So option number 3 is also eliminated. But here I could find a curve. But we need a curve as well as we need 3 straight lines. So this eliminates option number 1 as well. Over here I can see, okay, we have a curve. We have a curve. And we have 3 straight lines. Like this. So option number 2 is the correct answer because in option number 2 we have a curve as well as we have 3 straight lines. Okay. So option number 2 will be the correct answer. So overall, as I told you, there are 9 types of problems that can be formed from non-verbal reasoning. We discussed 4 types today, and in the next lecture we will discuss the other 5 types. What are the other 5 types? Paper folding, then dice and cube, then counting figures, then odd one out, and then Venn diagram. So these other types we will discuss in the next lecture. So this concludes today's lecture. Thank you.